Okay, good morning, and yours truly, Dolphy Gilpin, coming to you from Englewood, New Jersey once more at the BCCLS library ground, my favorite library from since 1989. And this morning I'm on the amazing 5x12 matrix once again, but this time I'm on the medical application of the amazing 5x12 matrix. For the past 5 years, I've been doing these brief lectures on the amazing 5x12 matrix. And I always mention in sometimes of the STEM application and the STEAM application. STEM, STEM, abbreviation for science, technology, engineering, and medicine. And the STEAM, science, technology, engineering, A for architecture, and M for as a multidimensional case for music, medicine, and mathematics. This morning we're focusing on the medical application, and what we're doing in the abbreviated term, we are doing the MAAT, which is a matrix-assisted ambulatory transform, and we're using our matrix to assist us to synthesize a L-mobile, simple L-mobile, with potential for transitory or transformatory emergency medical ambulance. I'm here in my cargo bus application once more, and this cargo bus can be transformed into emergency medical unit, dynamic or static, and or L-mobile, depending on the complexity or the intricacy of the instrumentation and the qualification of the personnel on board. Okay, so let's get into our medical application. And first, we'll say no that the matrix, in a biomedical sense, by definition, is the by definition is the intracellular substance of a tissue or bone matrix, or the tissue from which a structure develops, as here, or nail matrix. In dentistry, it's a metal or plastic band used to provide proper form to a dental restoration, such as an amalgam in a prepared cavity. So here we have, by definition, the word matrix used in dentistry, and in medicine, it has a biological sort of source, meaning. And as we sort of extend this, we could say, no, in cardiology, we have the matrix in cardiology, as specifically the ECM, the extracellular matrix, and is the intricate network that fills the space between cells in the heart under normal physiological condition. Cardiac myocytes occupy the largest or highest volume of this intracellular space, and the extracellular matrix is less abundant than the cells. Okay, here in the cardiology sense, the extracellular matrix is less abundant than the cells. We'll find that sometime in neurology in the head, certain part of the component of the head, we'll find that the matrix is more abundant than the cells. Whereas in cardiology, here we have the extracellular matrix is less abundant than the cells. But that's what the specialists go on to apply the correlation of the abundant magnitude of the matrix in the cardiology sense and in the neurology sense. Furthermore, the extracellular matrix provides a platform for cell to maintain structure and function, which in turn maintains tissue function. So that logically we could say if the matrix is abnormal or is damaged, then the body function would be damaged, as in cardiology. It is less abundant than the cells, but then it's an integral part. And in neurology, it's more abundant than the cells, so that if there's damage to the matrix, there will be damage to the component, biomedical sort of components of the cardiology. It's also applied in every sense in comprehensive medicine. You could find matrix in neurology, ophthalmology, matrix, gastroenterology, otolaryngology, dentistry, otology, cardiology, hematology, embryology, obgyn, dermatology, infectious disease, nephrology, oncology, and other form. I'm sure there are other branches of specialization that I've left out. Embryology, epidemiology. Some of these are external study in medicine. That's not an integral part of the body, like epidemiology would be the study of the disease and the statistics, the environmental causes. But comprehensively, the matrix is broadly applied, as it has a broad biomedical sense in the body, as the tissue, the intracellular tissue, occupied by the intracellular substance of a tissue as bone matrix, or tissue from which a structure developed as ear or nail matrix. So that by nature of the word matrix itself, it has that medical application. Furthermore, it has this medical application via the mathematical, chemical, and physical format of the matrix. We'll be using the matrix format to do calculation comprehensively in these various speciality in medicine. And we'll show the direct correlation of the mathematical and the biomedical. So we sometimes have to differentiate between the biomedical definition as well as the mathematical format, for which we use to do calculation and correlation, medical correlations. So once again, we're using our amazing 5x12 matrix, MAAT, as a matrix assisted ambulatory transform here in our cargo bus, and with potential for emergency medical ambulance transform. And that will depend upon the qualification of the personnel on board and the medical equipment on board. This morning I'm simply introducing from my arsenal of instrumentation the otoscope. It's a combined otoscope and ophthalmoscope. We screw off this and we put on the ophthalmoscope component. It's for the hearing, and it's lighted here. We put in a battery and it's lighted, and you put on another little piece here and you put it down and look at the ear, see the cochlea, the eardrum, and see if there's an ear infection by this otoscope. We have another little piece of instrumentation here. I raise it here. It's the AMA, simple AMA, used in neurology and comprehensive medicine. I don't know if you could see my leg, but you do the patellar knee jerk. It's also used to test the sensitivity in the elbows and wrists. This part of the body, the patellar. Sensitivity, neurological sensitization measurement is used with this little armor. Also, in the preventative medicine, at the airport, it's too much noise, it can damage the ears. We put on this little audio equipment that provide a certain amount of decibel protection. This is approximately 22 decibel. This one is even more. This is more simple in form. Plug it in the ear, and to reduce the noise level of the airplanes on the ramp, or if there's too much noise, in general, you could use it to reduce the noise. So this is using preventative otology to give a more normal threshold of hearing, devoid of pain caused by excessive noise level. Like I said, this is approximately 22 decibel, I believe. And this one is even more. This is using preventative medicine. Okay, I have my little luminoscope here attached to a simple laptop. And a little dimmer. I don't know if it's working right now. Okay, you can't get it here. But when you illuminate it, if you could see it from the little camera works, you would see the PQRST wave in approximate normal and deviation from normal here in the bottom line, and the PQRS in approximate normal mode with the PQRS segment and the ST segment and the UV. But that's for the medical specialists. I no longer sort of specialize in this aspect. A couple years ago, I was specializing in it, so I'm leaving this for the specialists: electrophysiology, electrocardiology, the EKGs and the ECGs, the electroretinograms, electrocardiograms, electroencephalograms, okay, and all the various electrodiagnostic measurements. All right. So, see if we could get a luminoscope to illumine this here. But it's not illuminated at the moment. And in here we have our little pharmacopia, little pocket pharmacology book. Call it the pocket pharmacopia, with generic drugs, synthesis and measurement and prescription, and a little bit of molecular biology on the various generic drugs. Later on, we'll show exactly the correlation of our amazing 5x12 matrix was applied in pharmacology to create various pharmacology abbreviations, and also in the precision measurements of pharmacology drugs, generic drugs. Precision prescription, whereby sometimes we have drugs that only a minute amount can cause toxic effect to the body, whereas if we have the precise amount, it will do good to the body. If there's a overdosage in minute amount, it could cause toxic reactions. So we'll show this in our theoretical application of our amazing 5x12 matrix to medicine. Right, I'm just introducing some instrumentation. And around my neck here, I guess, is the classic Littmann stethoscope. And this is I think my fourth or third Littmann stethoscope. Later on, we'll extend this speech on this Littmann stethoscope using oscillation of the heart and for pulse. So, our amazing 5x12 matrix with our medical application, and our matrix assisted ability transform, and then simple help mobile which can be put together from the application of our amazing 5x12 matrix. So I'm going to take a break, and a little later on we'll come back to some more on the amazing 5x12 matrix, the medical application, and also the theoretical application of the mathematical format, as well as the biomedical definition of the word matrix, which is itself as biological and medical reach or application because of the very nature and definition of the word matrix in the biological sense. So we have the matrix in the biomedical sense and the matrix in the scientific, engineering, mathematical sense. And sometimes we'll be correlating both the biomedical and the mathematics and the chemical matrix, integrating it, and so you'd have to read between the line when we're defining the biological or biomedical matrix and the mathematical sense of the matrix, for which we'll do calculations and precision determinations. As from the word determinant, or PDM, processing, or from a PDM processor. So let's take a break, and then we'll come back to our amazing 5x12 matrix. Yours truly, Dolphy Gilpin, the president of the amazing 5x12 matrix and its application, the PDM process. Taking a break here from Englewood, New Jersey, BCCLS, Englewood branch. So thank you. I'll return in a moment with further matrix-assisted ambulatory and L-mobile transform bio